When you were a kid, you had dreams. Maybe you wanted to be an astronaut, or a lion tamer, or an inventor of something awesome. But as you get older, your interests and passions change, and you discover other things that you love to do. But you have no clue how those interests or passions could actually translate into a real career. On top of that, there's a choir of outside voices that all want to tell you who you are and what you should be. And those voices are hard to ignore, especially if you don't really know yourself. And the tragic thing is, if you don't know yourself, or what the best career options are for you, the chances of you ending up here are pretty high. But what if there was a way that you could know yourself and discover jobs that people like you tend to thrive in? Well, the Strong Interest Inventory is here to help. The Strong is a career assessment that helps you discover who you are and explore career paths that are the best fit for you. And this knowledge is powerful, because if you know what you like, and what you're like, and where the people who are most like you thrive, then you can be free to pick a career that you're going to love. Think about it. You're going to spend hours and hours and hours of your life working. So why not enjoy it?
Having a plan can focus your ideas and help you decide what steps you need to take to move forward with your job search and achieve your future career goals. To do this, you need to assess where you are and where you want to be, set goals and objectives, and decide what action you're going to take to achieve these. This line represents where you are now in relation to getting a job. Identify where you currently are on this line. If, for example, you are not sure what job or career you want to go into, perhaps one of your objectives may be to find out more about what you can do with your qualification in order to give you some ideas. You could take action by looking at options with your subject using the Prospects website and career development resources available to you. If you are at the making application stage, an objective might be to ensure you have a good CV. You could take action by getting feedback on your CV from the career development team. If you're at the interview stage, an objective might be to prepare for an interview, and the action you might take is to look at the range of resources available on the website, such as typical interview questions. It is important to remember that when you are setting yourself objectives, that these are achievable and realistic in the time that you have, so that you remain positive and in control, and that you are taking steps forward.
Hello, I am time. I am precious. I am priceless, but I am free. I know no partiality, and the same to the poor and the rich. I'm the same to the young and the old. Some spend me, some use me. Use me and see. I will help you reach your goals, dreams, and ambition. Use me and see. I'll make you healthy and wealthy. I can make you progress and prosper. You can use me only once. You can't recycle me. I fly never to return. Don't use me next to next and say next time, because next time you may miss me and see my footprints called too late. Give me as a gift to someone, because I can heal, I can encourage, I can inspire, I can bring joy and happiness. I teach you life lessons so that you may know what really matters. I am yours. It's your time. Don't waste me. Take good care of me today, and I will take good care of you tomorrow. Before I leave, I must say, I am given to you by God. Please give back some time to Him, to pray, to say thank you, and to ask Him to give you wisdom to use me properly. Hello, I am time. I am precious. I am priceless, but I am free.
Mom? How much is my life worth?
Well, that's a big question. Hold that thought. Take this stone and find out how much it's worth. And when you're done, return home. I'll answer that special question for you.
Mom!
TJ, what did you discover?
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me how much this is worth?
I don't know, little man. I'll give you a banana for it.
Excuse me, sir. How much would the museum pay for this stone?
I love your enthusiasm, kid, but we don't need one of these in our collection now. Thank you, though.
This gem you have here is the most perfect gem I've ever seen. I can't imagine its value. To me, it appears priceless.
How much is it actually worth? And what does it have to do with the value of my life?
People will value you based on their point of view, their level of information, and their belief in you. But that doesn't change the fact that you are priceless. Remember, surround yourself with people who value you, just like the jeweler valued that gem, with love, care, and affection. Because, baby, you are truly priceless.
Where do we get oil from? The Earth's surface millions of years ago was covered with more water than what it does today, and living in this water were billions of tiny plants and animals. When these plants and animals died, they fell to the ocean floor and piled up. Sand from eroding rocks and mud covered them up. These layers of sand and mud were heavy, and this weight turned them into sedimentary rocks. Heat from the earth and the weight of the rocks caused the dead plants and animals to compress into oil. Once the oil is formed, it slowly moves up through pores in the rocks. However, in some cases, rocks without any pores leave oil trapped underground. Oil is found in different parts of the world. The places where oil is extracted are called oil fields. More than half of the world's oil is produced in the Middle East. To get to the oil, an oil company must first drill down to it. A rig is set up to support the drill. Then a well is drilled into the ground until the oil is reached. If the oil field is in the sea, then offshore rigs are used.
Geologists and geophysicists have agreed on the existence of a prospect, a potential field. In order to find out if hydrocarbons are indeed trapped in the reservoir rock, we must drill to hit them. Bearing in mind the knowledge acquired about the substratum and the topography of the land, the best position for the installation of the drilling equipment is determined. Generally, it is vertically above the point of maximum thickness of the geological layer suspected of containing hydrocarbons. The drillers then make a hole in conditions that are sometimes difficult. Of small diameter, from 20 to 50 centimeters, this hole will generally go down to a depth of between 2,000 and 4,000 meters. Exceptionally, certain wells exceed 6,000 meters. One of them has even exceeded 11,000 meters. Certain fields can be buried at a depth equivalent to the height of 12 Eiffel Towers. The derrick is the visible part of the drilling rig. It's a metal tower several tens of meters high. It's used to vertically introduce the drill strings down the hole. These drill strings are made up of metallic tubes screwed end to end. They transmit a rotating movement, rotary drilling, to the drilling tool, the drill bit, and help circulate a liquid called mud, because of its appearance, down to the bottom of the well. The drilling rig works like an enormous electric hand drill, of which the derrick would be the body, the drill strings, the drive, and the drilling tool, the drill bit. The most usual tool is an assembly of 3 cones, from which comes the name tricone, in very hard steel, which crushes the rock. Sometimes, when the rock being drilled is very resistant, a single block tool encrusted with diamonds is used. This wears down the rock by abrasion. Through the drill pipes, at the extremity of which the drill bit rotates, a special mud is injected, which the mud engineer prepares and controls. This mud cools the drill bit and consolidates the sides of the borehole. Moreover, it avoids a gushing of oil, gas or water from the layer being drilled by equilibrating the pressure. Finally, the mud cleans the bottom of the well. As it makes its way along the pipes, it carries the rock fragments, cuttings, to the surface. The geologist examines these cuttings to discover the characteristics of the rocks being drilled and to detect eventual shows of hydrocarbons. The cuttings, fragments of rock crushed by the drill bit, are brought back up to the surface by the mud. To obtain information on the characteristics of the rock being drilled, a core sample is taken. The drill bit is replaced by a hollow tool called a core sampler, which extracts a cylindrical sample of several meters of rock. This core supplies data on the nature of the rock, the inclination of the layers, the structure, permeability, porosity, fluid content, and the fossils present. After having drilled a few hundred meters, the explorers and drillers undertake measurements called loggings down the hole by lowering electronic tools into the well to measure the physical parameters of the rock being drilled. These measures validate or invalidate or make more precise the hypotheses put forward earlier about the rocks and the fluids that they contain. The log engineer is responsible for the analysis of the results of the various loggings. The sides of the well are then reinforced by steel tubes screwed end to end. These tubes, called casings, are cemented into the ground. They isolate the various layers encountered. When hydrocarbons are found, and if the pressure is sufficient to allow them to come to the surface naturally, the drillers do a flow check. The oil is allowed to come to the surface during several hours or several days through a calibrated hole. The quantity recovered is measured, as are the changes in pressure at the bottom of the well. In this way, a little more knowledge is gained about the probable productivity of the field. If the field seems promising, the exploration team ends the first discovery well and goes on to drill a second, even several others, several hundred or 1,000 meters further away. In this way, the exploration team is able to refine its knowledge about the characteristics of the field. The decision to stop drilling is made only when all these appraisal wells have provided sufficient information either to give up the exploration or to envisage future production. From 20 to 50 centimeters, this hole will generally go down to a depth of between 2,000 and 4,000 meters. Exceptionally, certain wells exceed 6,000 meters. One of them has even exceeded 11,000 meters. Certain fields can be buried at a depth equivalent to the height of 12 Eiffel Towers.
Introduction to Project Management by Knowlescape. What is a project? A project is a temporary endeavor which has a definite beginning and end that is carefully planned by dividing into several phases to give out a unique output. How are projects different from operations? Projects are temporary. They create unique products and are closed after attaining the objectives. Whereas operations are ongoing processes. They are repetitive, and the objective is to sustain business. Meet Jen. Jen is an automobile designer who comes up with a brand new design of a car. Her team collaboratively comes up with a plan and creates a prototype of the car. Creation of the prototype of car was a short-term temporary process. The prototype developed was unique, and the project ended after the prototype was developed. Let us consider that Jen now has an idea of mass-producing these cars. Then she sets up a factory with an assembly line, and she succeeds in manufacturing cars every day. Mass production of cars is an ongoing process. The assembly line repetitively produces cars. The objectives of this process is to sustain business of selling cars. What are the phases of the project management? Projects are divided into phases such as initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and control process, closing. Collection of these phases are called as a project life cycle. The phases sound simple enough. So, why manage a project? Here are the statistics. Only 1 out of 4 projects that enter development make it to the market. 31% of the IT projects are cancelled before completion. Large organizations net only 42% of the original features and functions in the end product. Why do projects fail? Failure in projects can be due to various reasons. Let's see some of them. Failure in time management. John has the dream of constructing a beautiful home for himself. He starts it at a young age, but does not plan it correctly. Even after him reaching his old age, due to improper time management, his dream house could not be completed. Failure in cost management. Jamie wants to buy a beautiful dress for an upcoming party. She plans to go to a nearby mall to make the purchase. Since she does not properly plan the costs involved during shopping, she ends up buying a lot of stuff with all the money left with her. Failure in scope management. Jack wants to buy a shiny new convertible car so that his wife and him can go on long drives, but in less than a year, they have a child. And now the convertible car does not seem to be the correct choice for the family. Failure in quality management. John spends a lot of money in buying a big home, since he did not check the quality of the home before he bought it. It collapses completely in a few months after his purchase. Who will rescue us from all these problems? Who is the one who manages everything in a project? The one person to save us from all of these problems is the project manager. What are the skills of the project manager? Let's see what are the powers our superhero, the project manager, have. Leadership, communication, information technology, accounting, purchasing, problem solving. Let's review some important points in project management. Let's take the earlier example of the creation of new design of a car. It is a temporary process. It started with the idea of the car and ended after the mock-up was made. This project gave a unique prototype of the car. During the development, the project was divided into many phases like ideation, planning, etc.